All right, guys, today's the day. Dado finally gets to ride the full carbon 1299 Ducati Panigale that he spent 4 months working on alongside myself and Christina, which weren't very helpful. Are you excited, Dado?
I'm really stoked.
So I'm gonna ride his built R1 and I'm gonna try to keep up with him on the 1299. We're not gonna do anything crazy. I just want him to feel the bike, feel the power, feel the handling, the braking, you know, and just feel the bike and have some fun. And we're gonna, yeah, it is. And we're gonna go up over the mountain and it's gonna be a good time. So stick around. All right, Dado's on the bike. You ready? All right, let's do this. Obviously it's gonna take him a while to get used to that. And I haven't really ridden his R1 that much either. Listen to that thing, dude.
Okay. Well,
What up?
it pulls nice.
It feels better than the 959, huh?
It doesn't even feel like the 959. Doesn't even feel like it's in the same family.
No, it's completely different. It's like on steroids, 959. How does it feel handling wise? Back and
I
forth.
feel like I'm sitting super high on it.
It does.
Yeah.
It leans you over.
It's scary because honestly, it feels like a 600. You just like.
It does.
It's weird.
Isn't it weird?
It's like a 600 that's like injected with steroids.
Yeah, it's like it's a weird disconnect between like all this power, but then it's so light, it's like confusing. And we would be following a fucking tractor on a 1299 first ride. Yeah. And he hasn't really spent much time on a Ducati in general. And if you guys know anything about Ducatis, they're V-twin superbikes. So they're very, very different than something like an inline 4 like his R1. So it takes some getting used to for sure. God, you look so badass on that thing. So he's got quick shifter up and down, which he's not really used to. He's also still in sport mode. So sport mode is like, you know, it's still full 180 horsepower, but it's giving to a smoother response and all that. So
I'm really impressed by the mid-range power. It just kicks in and punches you in the face.
yeah, dude. So in our last episode, we found out in the dyno episode that we gained 10 horsepower on the mid-range. So this bike is an absolute savage. It's 7,000 RPM. Listen to that freaking thing, man, when you downshift. It's so absurd. All right, so we finally got away from that tractor. Dado's getting to ride a little bit. He's still, like I said, in sport mode, so I think that's where he's gonna stay for a little bit till he gets comfortable. What are you thinking, Dado?
Like I said before, I'm really impressed by the power curve, especially mid-range. It's really choppy. I'm so used to my bike.
Yeah.
The throttle, it's either on or off, brother. There's no in between.
Yep.
So I try to kind of feather it in between. It's like,
yes.
You know, but it's just like, it's either like it wants to sleep or it wants to fly.
I know, it's so true.
There's a tight turn here.
Race mode's even worse too. Yeah, there's dirt all over the roads too,
I
so
know.
just be careful. But
It's so weird.
Isn't it? It turns over so easily.
I do like it a lot. It's so nimble.
The riding position takes some getting used to because you're so bent over onto the handlebars, you know?
Yeah, my hands are already starting to hurt.
Yeah, it takes some getting used to. The tank's so small, you really can't grip it much.
I know. It feels amazing.
It's
It
so
really does.
premium, right?
Alright, so I remember you saying wait till you ride that 1299 opposed to the 959 on your ride. It's a world of fucking difference.
It feels like a completely different bike. The power, the weight, the brakes, everything. You can do a pull. Jesus Christ. Oh my God, yeah. You look good on that thing, man. So there's a power hit at like 5,000, 6,000 RPMs and then another big one at like 8,000. So much torque that thing has, man.
When I downshifted and hit the throttle, I felt the tire spin.
Yeah, I saw it.
For like a quick second.
I saw it.
It was amazing.
Yep. That's all the torque, man. It has That thing probably has like 90 plus foot-pounds of torque.
You think?
Oh yeah, easily, dude. Absolutely. Steve's 1299 Anniversario had 100 foot-pounds of torque, dude.
Wow.
100, yeah. So I would imagine that's not far off.
The braking's really impressive on this bike.
Yes, M50.
The brakes feel amazing. I don't feel like I'm gonna take a nosedive.
Nope. You need one finger, pretty much.
The only thing that bothers me, like majorly about it,
Yeah.
is the fact that I have so much load on my wrist.
Exactly.
You know, because I feel like I'm like way up here, you know?
When I first rode the 1199, I did not like it. It took me about 3 days of riding it before I got used to the riding position.
No way.
Yeah, dude, I didn't like it at first. And then by the time I had it for a week, I was like, I love this bike.
I almost feel like this bike was built for the track.
Exactly.
Like go balls to the wall, slam on the brake. Balls to the wall, slam on the brake.
Yep, exactly. That's exactly what it was made for. Yep. Your power curve is much smoother.
I love it.
Yep.
I love it, dude. I bet you the suspension would be a lot nicer if it was all set up for me.
Exactly.
Because I'm up to 231 pounds now.
Yeah, exactly. So this is set up probably for like 180 pounds, I'd imagine.
It like sags a little, you know?
Yeah, I agree.
Yep, the power's there.
Oh, it's absurd.
The 959 didn't feel anything quite like. I would think I was riding a 600.
Yep.
Compared to this,
I agree. Yep, the 959 doesn't get power until like 9,000. So and then you have to shift at 11.5. So it's like.
We're gonna turn right here.
Okay. Sounds so ridiculous. I haven't seen anyone ride this thing, dude.
Oh, that's right.
Yeah.
Let me give my wrist a break because I'm literally starting to lose feeling.
Yeah.
Wow, dude. Just wow.
You look so badass on that thing, dude. There you go. How's that feeling, race?
Absolutely amazing.
I saw you squatting down. It looked like the front wheel was coming up.
It started to a little bit. Wow. I'm so happy with this bike and how it turned out.
Yeah.
Now the power matches how it looks.
Exactly.
Honestly.
Yep, exactly. Yeah, that thing is insane, dude. Holy shit. Your brakes are pretty good too. I can definitely tell the Ducati's brakes are better than these.
I love it, dude.
Isn't that a fun fucking bike?
I love it.
I knew you would.
I didn't think I would love it as much as I do. I knew it was going to be impressive, but this is amazing.
Yeah, dude, it's premium. Everything about it.
Like I've ridden some really fast motorcycles in my life.
Yeah.
But this thing, when you crack on the throttle, not only does it have power, but it's so light.
Yep.
You feel like you're just strapping onto the engine and that's it.
That's what I said. It feels like it wants to take flight, doesn't it?
And the wheels, you need to get used to the wheels because they feel completely different than like alloy or magnesium wheels.
Yep.
I don't know, there's something really weird about the rotating mass on a bike that weighs nothing and makes power.
That's what I said. I said you can't explain it. You have to ride it. I was like, you just need to ride it, dude.
And it feels like it wants to just do it on its own.
The inputs that you need to do anything are so small.
Yeah, like look, if I'm in this lane and I want to just come over a little bit, I just push.
Yep.
And it's there.
Yep. It's crazy.
Ridiculous.
Yep, I know. It's so fun, dude. All you want to do is accelerate constantly, everywhere. So you can see.
Dude, I'm really happy with how this turned out. Like, I had expectations, and I always set the bar high, and this completely, like, I think it met every expectation. And the things that I don't like about the bike are the things that you just need to learn, you know?
Yes, exactly.
And get used to.
Yep, it's a completely different machine, you know? Oh my god!
Well, that front came up a little bit.
Oh my god!
Wow, dude.
Yeah. It's ridiculous.
I'm impressed. And it's really hard for me to say that, you know? Because, like, you ride different motorcycles and then putting all the work and parts and like trust into the bike letting you do whatever the hell you want
Yep.
is a huge deal to me.
Yeah.
And this thing's just like, oh, you want to go? Cool, man, I'll turn for you.
It's ready. Yeah, it's ready. That bike is harder to ride at low speeds.
Well, I want to make sure that I don't like whiskey throttle because I can't. My right hand's going numb.
Just two badasses. All right, so I think Dado likes the carbon Panigale. We're gonna go back to his place and then we'll pop off the bikes and give some kind of like final thoughts and assessments and stuff like that. So good shit, man. Give it a pull. Give it a pull.
Hell yeah.
Oh my god. All right, so we just got back to Dado's place. We're just wiping the bikes down a little bit here, and we're gonna keep it nice and casual. And what do you think, Dado? What are your initial thoughts?
This just exceeded all my expectations. There is things I don't like about it, obviously, like any other bike. And I told Jared that I'm really picky, and I've ridden a lot of motorcycles. Picky as far as, you know, what I want out of a bike. So this thing, right off the bat, got power.
Yep.
I can't say enough about the power on this bike. Obviously, I'm not used to all the electronics, so when I did roll on it a couple of times, it didn't want to wheelie on me. I felt the rear tire spin a little bit. That was awesome.
I think you could see it on the footage.
I did not corner aggressively because I was only on the bike for maybe 30 minutes.
Yeah, and the roads were really dusty
Yeah,
too.
the roads were dusty, but I think if I get more seat time on it, I will definitely hit up some twisties. And it's purely not because I'm scared, but because it is a 50K bike that's not mine.
Yeah.
One of you guys. I had so much fun on it. The brakes are so responsive. The clutch, it still takes a while to get used to the up and the downshift, you know. But
You mean the quick shifter?
quick shifter,
Yeah.
yeah, it just goes. It's just like wants to take off, and
The torque?
yeah, it's just monstrous. The
Yeah.
exhaust sounds amazing.
It does.
So, unfortunately, I have poor circulation, so like I lose feeling in my hands really easy, and the riding position is a lot more aggressive and up higher. So I noticed that my hand was getting numb. Unfortunately, I would take my hand off the throttle and almost bust my teeth on a windscreen because.
You can adjust that, just so you know.
Oh, I know. But
The engine
I'm
braking?
So used to my bike. And
Yeah.
I was like, oh, cool, and I like.
Yeah.
You know.
Yeah.
That's one thing that's kind of like. I'm like, you know, everything else absolutely amazing. I went to go into some corners and I was actually taking the corners too tight because I went to lean.
Overshooting the apex?
Oh, way.
Yeah.
Because the bike is so light, you don't expect it whatsoever.
Yeah.
And you know that it's a 1299, and you know that it's like, okay, it's super light. I know I'm going in, way early. I mean, the thing just wants to go. So
Yeah.
you point it, and it just takes off. That's very impressive.
Because of those carbon wheels.
Yeah. Freaking, well, everything carbon.
Yeah.
So overall, I would rate this bike a lot higher than I anticipated it was going to be. Jared's like, Dado, you're going to love it. And I'm like, listen, you're a fanboy, you're a Ducati fanboy, I understand. He's
That's
like,
messed up.
No, Dado, you know, you rode the 9.5. I'm like,
Well, to be
See.
fair,
Hold
you
on.
didn't love the 959.
I didn't love the 9.5.
Okay,
no.
so to make sure they know that.
And I didn't. It's just not me, you know. But the thing that was really disappointing was the power.
Yes.
And coming from a leader bike, that's understandable. And I'm not putting the 959 down. Personally, I think there's no better look than a Panigale in this,
Yep.
you know, body style, especially with in black.
Mm-hmm.
But when I rode this thing, I was like, no freaking way. I just kept like hitting the throttle. It's like, is this real? Yeah, this is real. You know, because you don't. I can't explain it. It's just completely different.
Didn't I tell you had to ride it?
Yeah, you
Because
did.
I was trying to explain it to him, especially because of how light this one is. This isn't a typical 1299, you know?
Here's the thing, a lot of people talk too. Like a lot of people say, oh, I got an amazing motorcycle, and you get on, you're like,
Right.
you know,
Exactly.
I got a lawnmower that goes faster.
Yeah.
But then I keep saying, like, I'm speechless because the bike just delivers power, handling. It sounds amazing. At one point,
The brakes.
At one point, it was like starting to lift up, and I let off the throttle, and the second I did that, it spit flames out, and I'm like, oh hell yeah! Then I hit the throttle again, and I'm like, yeah, I just want to keep going. And I look back, and I'm like, oh shit, I'm riding Jared.
Yeah.
You know, I forget.
It's a special bike, and it's very different. So like, you know, it takes a while to get used to these. I was telling Dado in the footage there, when I first rode a Panigale, I went for a half an hour test ride on a 959 out in California. Did not like it. I got off the bike and I was like, I would never buy a Panigale. Eventually I did put more seat time in, and I really started to like these bikes a lot. And honestly, I still respect every other motorcycle. Like I had a good time on Dado's R1. It's actually a really nice bike, especially for an 05. He did a fantastic job on it. But there's something about twisting the throttle on this bike, the amount of torque that it makes, the power, how immediate it is, and how like small the power band is, since it redlines at 11.5. It's just like immediate power. So I don't know how to explain it. It's not as smooth. It's crazy. It's like riding I don't even know, like a tornado, you know?
Honestly, I think it belongs in a track.
Yeah.
And then like a weekend rider, we take it out and people ooh and ah over it.
Exactly.
But I would probably cry if I dumped this on a track,
Yeah.
you know? Not like you can't dump it on the road, but this definitely turns some heads, sounds amazing, rides amazing, suspension, braking, throttling, and then it gives you that thrill where it's like...
Yes, that's the part.
Yeah.
That torque, dude.
Yeah, it's just fun.
The bike squats down and the wheel starts floating and you're just like, it's sliding all over the road.
I told Jared, I'm hard to please when it comes to, like, I just test rode a whole bunch, like big bikes and, you know, like a ZX and Busa and stuff, and this is, it's different.
Yeah.
You just gotta sit on it and give it some hell, so.
There it is, guys. So people always want to see Dado riding the bikes because he puts so much hard work in. And here's an entire video dedicated to Dado and the work that he put in on this thing. So very, very much appreciative of Dado and all the hard work that he does for us.
That's amazing.
We love our life. So we're gonna go enjoy the pool with the ladies. I think we're gonna go riding and go out to dinner, and we'll catch you guys in the next episode. So I hope you enjoyed. Hit the like button. See you soon. Jesus Christ. Oh my God.
Wow, that front end came up a little bit.
Oh my God. Oh my God.